Good morning, business owners. We've had a few technical difficulties this morning, so I apologize, but hopefully we'll get this worked out. Just welcome. Thank you for joining us. I know you are busy. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to learn some things that may help you to avoid um, ending up in court with your business, or just help you to diffuse a situation so it doesn't turn into a full-blown lawsuit. I'm Dana Ball. I'm a small business attorney here in the state of Utah, and every week we're going to be doing these live broadcasts to help you, to give you practical legal advice that you can implement immediately in your day-to-day operations. And today we're focusing actually over the next few weeks on documentation and how important documentation is. And we want to show you some things that you're probably already using, like email and text messaging, and how you can use that to your advantage. Just tweaking your process and using those just a little bit could really help you down the road. So I have a question for you. Is your memory better today, or will it be better 2 years from now? So if we have a conversation today, are you going to remember the details better 2 years from now or today? So hopefully you've answered, of course, today. Today, the details are going to be much more prevalent and rich and in abundance compared to 2-3 years from now, for sure. We're human. Things disappear in our brains. They're there somewhere, but they're not at the forefront like they were soon after the event or the conversation occurred. So it's really important to keep in mind what I'm telling you today is to try your best. And I know you are busy, but this is not to be onerous on you. This is something that you can do quickly, I think, throughout the day. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a customer who's really upset, and she ordered product from you and it's been delayed over and over again, and you need to make a phone call and have a conversation with her. So you do the phone call and figure stuff out, and now I'm asking you to send her a follow-up email today. Not tomorrow, not a week from now, because then that could turn into 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. You need to focus on getting that email off sometime today. It's important for the timestamp. So the email could say something like, hey, Sally, thanks so much for talking with me today. Here is what we talked about, and here's what we decided we can do. I want to make sure we're on the same page, so please let me know if you have any questions. That's it. Send it. I'm not asking you to write a novel, just a quick follow-up email. This email will do 3 things for you. 1, it provides a timestamp, so it has the date. And using technology today, that timestamp is just so vital. And it shows that you had the conversation today and you sent the email today. So it will show that your memory is probably pretty good today if you sent it today. It also provides names, so it has your name on it, it has the customer's name on it, it has some details about what happened in the conversation. And third, it gives an opportunity for that other person to disagree with you by saying, I want to make sure we're on the same page. Please let me know if you have any questions. If that doesn't work in how you have conversations, you come up with a different way to say it. But the key is just opening the door for her or him, whoever you have the conversation with, to disagree. And we want to do this because sometimes we have conversations with people. There's no issue ever. We're on the same page. But then there's certain individuals where we have conversations and maybe it's just what's going on with each of us that day, or our backgrounds, or whatever it is. Maybe that person is hoping to hear something that they really don't hear, and misunderstandings happen. And so it opens the door to clear up any misunderstanding about how things are going to proceed with that conversation. And then the beautiful part is it's documented because so what could happen? You send the email and Sally replies, "Oh no, that's not at all what I thought you said you were going to do." So then you've got an email going back and forth and it's documented. It's time-stamped to clear up that misunderstanding. So it's really important to make sure you do it timely. That's what's going to show that you are familiar with the details of what happened. Now, another example of where this could come into play is if you have, let's say, a meeting with several individuals today, and it may not make sense for you to send each of them a follow-up email. So send yourself an email. Yep, that's what I said. Send yourself an email. Put in the email, I had a meeting today, list out every single person that was present. This is what we talked about. This is what we decided. Send it. Boom. Has a timestamp. It's like a journal, but it's something that you can go back to and help explain misunderstandings, or if you end up having to testify, you've got that as evidence to support your testimony. So some people like to text message. Now, I'll just put it out there. I'm not a fan of text messaging. I've lost lots of data before. I've lost text messages. I have no idea what happened to them. So a lot of clients prefer to text. If you are one of those, please take a screenshot and save that screenshot in a safe place. Same with the emails, so that if something does come up, you're not scrambling to try and find it. You've already got it filed away somewhere. For me, it's easy. I use, with my devices, I can export a screenshot or an email to PDF and send it right over to a Google Drive folder that I have set up. So figure out with your devices, your way of handling things, how you can set this up to make it easy on yourself. So it actually gets done, because that's the goal, is to actually document. And it doesn't matter how you do it. I'm giving you some ideas. It just matters at the end of the day if you did it. So figure out what's going to be easiest for you to actually make this happen. Now, these documents can help you in a couple of really good situations. One, it can take a small misunderstanding that starts out as a small complaint from turning into a full-blown lawsuit. So let's say you have been dealing with a client for a year, and there's been a misunderstanding over something that they thought you were going to do 6 months ago or whatever. And you've done your best to document conversations and meetings or whatever it is. You can, if you're dealing with a reasonable person, you can probably show them these emails and say, you know what, tell me, I've got these emails. Can you just help me understand what I'm missing? And a lot of times they're going to go, oh, I totally forgot we even had that conversation. Thank you. And it can diffuse something that's escalating. It can help to diffuse it. Now, it's not going to work all the time. You can't absolutely prevent people from turning small complaints into a full-blown lawsuit. So if you are being deposed, it's probably going to be not tomorrow. It's probably going to take a year to 3 years from the time that you had that conversation to actually be testifying in a deposition or in court. And if you have documentation, these emails or screenshots of text messages, you can use that to support your testimony. And it's going to go a long way. It will. And we just want to help you to make it very difficult. If something does turn into a lawsuit, we want to make it difficult for that lawsuit to be successful. And this is one way that you can do it. I know as a business owner, you care about your business and you want to do things right. So we want to give you something that you can start doing right away to help you in your day-to-day operations that you never know when it will come into play or when it could benefit you. You just have to err on the side of caution and do it for everyone. So again, Dana Ball, small business attorney, offering you practical legal advice. We are here for you. If you are stuck in your business, please give us a call. Next week, we're going to talk about contracts. So we are focusing the next few weeks on different ways of documentation. So we'll deal with contracts and why small business owners need a contract. And then we'll also get into more depth of how you can use email and text messaging for specific situations like employees or business partners, independent contractors, etc. So thank you again. Hope to see you next week.